Hello, welcome to Potg of the Geeks. This week is the unboxing video for the Stormfiends. There we go.
Ooh.
I did ask last week for people to vote to see where they want me to build them, but nobody voted.
No one voted?
I'm very upset. So I'll build them how I want to build them. Okay.
Nah.
I'll teach you.
Sweet.
Now, here we go. So that's the back of the box art. There we go. So those are three variants. You know, the grinders and the water fire cannons and the drills. And the front's got the rattling cannons. And I think, what's that thing? I think it electrocutes you.
Shock.
Shock.
Shock. Grav.
Shock malls or whatever.
Whatever you said they were.
Shock things.
Yeah.
And they're the plague wing launchers there. So we're going to get these out of the box and have a look at the sprues. Also, anyone expects me to do a Thanquol review? That is coming very soon, probably the next video up after this. It's taken me a little while this week to read it, but I've read through it now and it is quite cool. So there's a review of that coming up next. Okay, so we have variants on that. Right.
Okay.
We'll have to have a look through that. So the sprues, squeak, did you say?
Squeak.
Those are the bases. There you go. And that's sprue one.
Wow. Pretty cool.
So that's a water fire thrower on there, and plague wing launcher. By the looks of it. And one big rat man. Okay. Sprue two. We've got on there armour and stuff. We've got the things I can't remember the name of. There and there.
It'll be in here.
It will be in there, yes. Ah, cool. And then we have the little guys as well, still on the sprues. There they are. The Pack Masters, which have been mutated into small brains. So they look like things from Total Recall. The original, not the remake. Going Quaid, Quaid. Anyway, that's for anyone who's seen the original.
Shock gauntlets they are.
Shock gauntlets, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we have sprue number 3, which has the drill on it. And the parts for the rattling gun as well.
Cool.
So very cool. Sprues look really detailed. So what we'll do, we'll get these together. And I do have another box here. Ooh, see? So we're going to get 5 of the 6 variants done because I want 2 rattling guns. I'm having 2. So I'm going to be 2 lots of rattling guns. I haven't decided which variant I'm going to miss out, but you should see all the other variants in a moment. So we'll get on, put them together, and we're back with you in a second.
Bye.
And welcome back. So here we are. Took a little while to put these guys together, but here they go. And yeah, so did we find anything out interesting from this?
They were really cool to put together.
Oh, yeah, they're cool. They're very cool models.
Very straightforward, really, to be quite
Straightforward.
honest. They're all on. Most of them are
Okay.
all on one sprue.
Yeah, this is the one problem I have with this box set. Okay, so this guy, ooh, with these big male fists, is very cool. And there's the little rat thing on his back. Quaid, Quaid. It's definitely Total Recall. So these two are one variant you can make, and this you can always convert things up, obviously, but it's going to be pretty difficult with this kit in a way because each of the bodies are very different, and each of the weapons are moulded onto the separate types of bodies. So this is the first variant where you can either make the mauler fists or the shot gauntlets. And there's the shot gauntlets, which are also quite cool, and he gets covered in warpstone. But it's basically the same model, just with different weapons on. The weapons aren't interchangeable between the models, really. I mean, you can do some conversion work, and yeah, I can see that you could do it and swap them around, but it's not the easiest thing to do. It's not like having a proper multi-part kit out of the box, because you literally have 2 options for that. And then the next one is the warp fire thrower, and the Plague Wind thrower. The Plague Wind one. There he is, very cool. And there's a little guy on the back. There's the wires and everything, which are all very cool. Because that's the second option, you either make that or you make the fire thrower. But as you can see, they're very similar models.
Same stance and
Same
everything.
stance and everything. The heads, the things on the back that have the firing or the pressurized thing for the shooters, they're all go in the exact places. There's no modification at all. It's not like putting a Space Marine kit together in the slightest, or like even the standard Skaven sort of kits. It's very, you know, this is what you're going to get. You can either do them like that or like that. But the stance is the same, the weapons are just different. So when you get a box set, you're not going to be able to make one guy who's got the heavy armour. You're not going to be able to make one rattling gun. You're not going to be able to make one warp fire thrower. So again, if you want a unit that's all got the same weapons, you're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately.
You'll have to buy 3 box sets.
Yeah, if you want 3 guys with the same weapons. So, because originally I was going to make the drill guy instead of the Plague Wind thrower, but the parts just aren't compatible. Because there is like a drill that goes on the chest, or a gun that goes on the chest, which you'll see next, which is there, which obviously isn't compatible with the other models in the kit. So that's the rattling gun, and they look awesome. I'm not going to say they don't look awesome, they really do look awesome. I really like the models, and I might be tempted to get some more in the future, depending on finances, depending on what they do with Warhammer. If these guys are still good in the next edition, I'll probably get some more. But I did 2 of them. There you go, because I like that model. But the other option to that was to do the drill kit. I did want to do one, but I'd rather have had 2 rattling guns. Unfortunate. I said I was going to sacrifice one of these guys, one of the warp fire or the Plague Wind, for a drill guy, but it's not an option, unfortunately. And you only get 2 sets of the heavy armour guys as well. So if you want a whole unit that's got the warp armour, you're going to have to buy a box for each guy you want, basically. Not ideal. And the stances on them also would make some problems ranking up, obviously. These 2 guys have got quite a wide stance, they're not going to rank up together. So that takes some moving around and configuring, changing what they stood on. They're both stood on a piece of dwarven architecture there. You can always change what they stood on, change the stance. It's not really a big issue if you're into converting and stuff. That's fine. It's not going to really be a problem. But out of the box, you're pretty limited to what you can do. So that's my overall evaluation. The kit's great, the models are fantastic, but you are limited to what you can make. So there's 6 fantastic options in the box. You're stuck with doing one of each. You can't have a unit that's all got the same thing, which is a shame, actually, I think, for such a great kit.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a bit more compatibility, but
There just doesn't seem to be any chance of conversion. It's very, like you say, that the stances are very, this is what you get and this is how the stance will be, without actually hacking into the
yeah, I mean,
model itself.
There's a lot of great converters out there that could do that.
Yeah, but it's not very easy.
I love these because they look like assault cannons.
Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah,
but it isn't easy, like you say. But I do like the models, and I'm glad I've got them, and I might get some more. And they're great additions to the Skaven army. I think for 85 points a pop, you probably get your money's worth out of it anyway. You'll get your money's worth. I think it's a good box set to buy if you're into your Skaven, and you like the look of these new heavy armoured ones. I love the fact they've melded the Packmasters into the back, so that makes sense. But there you go. So overall, it's a good kit, just with a lack of options for the unit in, I would say.
yeah.
You're stuck with one of each, really. Because I would have liked different stances from my rattling guns. I'd like the option to have 3 rattling guns in a box.
But you
Like,
can't.
those are the kind of, I mean, I'm spoiled with Space Marines, I think, because I like the fact that in the new Space Marine boxes you've got every single option you possibly need.
Not just Space Marines. There's other
Oh,
box
yeah,
sets
the
that have
Dark
come out
Elder.
that you can like amend
Elder.
to how you want. Yeah.
Mostly 40k ones. But even with Warhammer ones, you've got different weapon options.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get a unit of Savage Orcs, you can give them spears, you can give them 2-handed weapons. You can do it with the whole unit. It's not you have loads of bits left over.
You can actually see how you're going to convert things. You actually
Yeah.
get an idea of when you pick something up, oh, I want to do that, I want to do this conversion, that conversion.
Yeah.
With these, I think you'd really have to think about
You'd have to really go into some...
what you're going to take out, what you're going to saw off or whatever. So it's not as easy as some of the other box sets.
It would require sawing green stuff,
Yeah.
and some pinning going in there as well.
Yeah.
And even instead, for instance, you're going to make one of these guys into the rattling things, the whole back part, you'd have to leave off the canisters. And underneath is just like the connectors for the canisters and stuff, so you don't even have a back part. So then you'd have to find a way to get some armour on, like this. You want to use the armour, and that armour won't fit that, so then you'd have to scratch build your own armour, or you'd have to just cover the back with green stuff and make it like fur. The stuff you can do, it's not... I could do it if I had the time to do it and stuff, and... you know, and it would look pretty cool, but I'd rather have that option straight out of the box and being able just to move things around, have them in different positions, and be able to have more guys with the same weapon. I think that's it really, because I would have had, as I said, keep saying it, I would have had a drill guy instead of perhaps him, but it's not a biggie. I might get another box set and have a drill guy in there, and then I'd have 3 guys with heavy armour and so on. But there we go. So overall, it's a very good kit. Could have some more options in, and I enjoyed putting them together. It was straightforward to put together. There was no errors in the instructions at all. And yeah, cool.
Yeah.
We enjoyed doing it really.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's been informative. I hope I've helped you decide whether you want them or not. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it really.
Thanks very much for watching.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.